What's up, Fitches, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit different of a video. Typically I do a vlog, I go to Orangetheory class, run you through my day, things of that nature. So this is definitely not going to be as exciting as a typical video that I make, but here we are going to be talking about the Orangetheory Fitness Dri Tri. Let me break it down for you guys. First, I'm going to tell you my top tips on how to prepare and how I prepared. Then I'm going to answer the questions that you guys sent me on Instagram, and then I'm going to follow up by explaining my experience and why the Orangetheory Fitness Dri Tri was so mortifying to me, why I cried, and why I have yet to do it since my first time. So without further ado, let's get started. Definitely no alcohol. I stayed away from alcohol for at least a week and a half. So that's because alcohol really stays in your system. It really decreases your fitness levels and your progress. So alcohol should just be out of the way. I know I'm posting this video only a few days before the actual Dri Tri, so it would have been helpful to know this beforehand. It's seriously unreal how much drinking will set you back. My next tip is hydration. Everybody knows you gotta drink a lot of water because you're gonna be sweating a lot. Get serious about your water intake. Don't just say you're gonna drink a lot of water. Seriously, get a 32-ounce water bottle or get a gallon jug, and you make sure you are tracking your water intake. And I would just do this for the whole week, but most importantly, definitely a day or two before the Dri Tri. Next tip is to get some good sleep the night before and the day before. You need to work out a little bit, but not a lot. I was sore when I did the Dri Tri. Oh my gosh, if you're sore doing that thing, God bless you. It's already hard enough. The whole thing is like a lot of cardio. Even when you go on the floor, it's just all body weight, and it's so much cardio that if you were to do anything the day before or even 2 days before, I would do cardio. So I would go on a long run, I would do plyometrics, I would even do some of the movements that you're gonna be doing, the jumping movements, you know, like jumping over the benches, body weight squats. Don't do push-ups because they're gonna burn your arms out. You want your arms to be good. Push-ups are hard for, I'm sure push-ups are hard for everyone. That's a generalized statement. Push-ups burn my arms out, okay? And you will be doing push-ups in the Dri Tri, so make sure your arms are fresh. You wanna make sure everything's fresh. So if you're gonna be doing anything, just do cardio. Another tip I want to recommend is make sure you're eating pretty healthy throughout the week. What you put in your body really does matter. Do not be eating processed foods, chips, things of that nature leading up to this Dri Tri. You should be eating your fruits, your vegetables, healthy proteins all the time, not just preparing for the Dri Tri, but definitely before preparing for the Dri Tri. Another tip that I have is make sure you're stretching and rolling out before this whole situation goes down. Like the day before, that's gonna really help you make sure your body's prepped and ready to go. Let's move on to tips about while you're doing the actual Dri Tri. So you're gonna start on the rower, and when I was in there, honestly, I just went hard. I went hard the whole time. This Orangetheory Fitness Dri Tri is like the hardest thing ever. And I probably have said this already, but there's no way to really prepare for this. You're rowing 2,000 meters. You're doing 300 body weight squats on the floor. Then you're running a 5K, and you're doing all of this as fast as you possibly can, competing against everybody else who's also doing it as fast as they can. Like, I mean, point blank, it's freaking crazy. I wouldn't do it again. I mean, it's definitely there to measure your progress and strength and this and that, but I personally just don't enjoy those types of things, and the people that I was with were definitely very competitive. I won my age group, I think, but also I'm pretty sure I was like the only person in my age group. I mean, I don't really know. This is bringing back really bad memories for me. But anyways, yeah, so you're on the rower, and you gotta make sure your breathing is right. If you're somebody who hops on the rower and you don't do the correct breathing, not today. You need to do the correct breathing, which is inhale while you're going forward and exhale while you're pushing back. Your breathing is going to play a key role in the rowing situation. And you want to make sure that you're focusing on really driving your legs and remembering it's power, not speed. I mean, we all know that at this rate, but just be pushing really hard with your legs, looking at your watts. Try to maintain a watt. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing like 200, 300 for a while, and then it slowly went down. It slowly went down. That's all I was paying attention to, and trying to block out everybody that was cheering me on. Another mistake. I had all these people there. So much pressure. Next, when you go to body weight on the floor, once again, everybody's just going ham. They are going so hard. You want to make sure you're doing your reps. Let me tell you that much. At least at my studio, they had multiple people in there, OTF staff members, that were literally counting everybody's reps. Like, don't try to cheat at all, first off. I'll tell you that point blank. If you're cheating during the dry try and you're skipping out on reps, even if it's one, that's not fair, not at all. So no cheating. So my tip on the floor is make sure you're doing your reps because that's embarrassing if you get called out for cheating. Okay, no, but my tip on the floor is you can definitely catch your breath during the body weight squats and step ups. Push-ups, burpees, bench hopovers, ooh, Fitch, you're done for. I'm sorry, you cannot catch your breath on that. You just gotta go, go, go. Then when you get onto the treadmill, you know, once again, you just hit that button and you just go. You just go, you fly. I started off at my push pace and then slowly increased. Post-traumatic stress, guys. Look what this video is doing to me. This should have been a vlog. As you guys can tell, I mean, this dry try is just, you show up, you do your thing, and what happens, happens. It's all mental, I guess you could say, but it's really hard to be mentally tough when you're legitimately dying, gasping for air for like, I forget how long it took me to do it, but the entire time. It's like an hour long, maybe even longer than an hour, I don't even know, is it? You're just gasping for air the entire time. Why is that fun? I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to scare you, but depends the type of person you are. I really think that's what it comes down to. I'm not a competitive person. I never have been. Even when I was on sports teams, even in college, you know, I just don't like being competitive. It's not who I am. I don't compete with anyone but me. So that's the other thing. You want to tell yourself that you're competing with yourself. Okay, yeah, that's real easy to do. No, it's not. So yeah, you want to say you're competing with yourself, but everybody around, like, you don't want to be the last one to finish. I mean, if you are the last one to finish, it doesn't really matter, but nobody wants to be the last to finish. So you're gonna get caught up in all that, and you're gonna get caught up in everybody just going hard. At least I did. So let's just move on to these questions because I think I'm doing a little bit more harm than good right now so far. Got my foot, I think I've got both my feet and my fists in my mouth right now. So we're just gonna go and move on to the next little section, which is gonna be me answering the questions that you guys sent me on Instagram. I recently just joined Orangetheory. What is the dry try? Pause this video, click the link in the description below to my first Orangetheory Fitness dry try video because right off the bat in the beginning of this video, I explain what the dry try is. How do you deal with people coming to watch you? Well, let me tell you that much. I would not invite people again. That put so much more pressure on me because all these people were there to see me. And then also on top of that, once again, depends on the type of person you are. When I'm dying and I'm gasping for air and I feel as though I'm about to die, the last thing I want to hear is somebody cheering me on to keep going. Do not tell me to keep going when I'm already going. I'm trying to keep going, but now that you told me to keep going, I want to stop and tell you to stop talking because when people are talking to me, that's the last thing I need. So if people are coming to watch you, you better talk to them beforehand and let them know, like, listen, I'm excited that you came to cheer me on and stuff, but like, leave me alone. I don't really know. I didn't know that I was gonna be dying the way I was dying. So people were there cheering me on, but I personally think that it made it so much harder for me to get through it because, but also I don't know, because I did it once and there was people there. I don't know what it's like to not do it with people there. It's definitely exciting to have those people there, but I couldn't help but feel like these people are here, you better go hard and do your best, and it personally put more weight on my shoulders than I wanted. But it was nice after to celebrate with everyone and just everyone see what you just accomplished. So it's fun to go out to eat after and everything with everyone. If you can eat, I couldn't eat for literally like 4 hours after this thing. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if people come to watch you, that's great. But if people aren't coming to watch you, I wouldn't worry about it. I thought I needed all these people to be there and I thought wrong. What should I eat before? Would you recommend yoga or something like the days before? I think what you should eat before is like nothing out of the ordinary. You guys already know what you eat before Orangetheory, so why not just eat what you eat before Orangetheory? Definitely eat, because I actually don't eat before Orangetheory class like most times, so definitely eat before. But I would say carbs, protein, you know, oatmeal, banana, that's what I had. And as far as what you should do the days before, I actually think that you should not do Orangetheory class Thursday and Friday leading up to the Saturday event because of the fact that this whole thing is pretty much cardio, in my opinion. I mean, it's rowing, body weight, things on the floor, and then running. So if anything, and if I were to ever do it again, I would do some cardio, just strictly do cardio. So I would do a lot of plyometrics and some running because you just basically want to get your heart rate up and you want your heart to basically get a little used to the rate it's gonna be at. I was literally at like 98% this entire time. Like after 5 minutes into it, I was at like 98 for like an hour or however long it took me to do it. So you just want to condition your heart so it's used to being at like 98%. tent for like an hour. So I would do cardio, no weightlifting, because you don't want to be sore, you know what I mean? So why would you be breaking your muscle fibers leading up to it, you know what I mean? Next question, how do you prepare the night before? I did carb up, not gonna lie. I had some pasta, red sauce, and I just did that because growing up, I've been an athlete my whole life. Y'all already know the deal with the pasta parties. So I was like, okay, this is a great excuse. Carb on up, Fitty. So that's what I did. What's your diet like weeks or days before the dry try? Definitely stay away from processed food, like no chips and crap like that. You don't need that in your body. Whole foods only, fruits, veggies, protein, you know the deal. In general, you should be eating like that. No, I'm not gonna tell you how to eat, but in general, like 95% of my diet is, you know, healthy whole foods. So I would just stick to the whole foods for sure. And a whole food, by the way, what I mean is something that comes from the ground or a species. Next question. Should I be nervous for my first dry try? That's on you. Yes, you should be nervous, I think. I mean, it's really hard, but depends on why you want to be nervous. If you're holding these expectations for yourself, that's gonna create more nerves. If you're gonna go into this like, I don't care how I do, I don't care how long it takes me to finish, I don't care if I come in last, I'm just here to have fun, then why would you be nervous? You know what I mean? So it's all about your mindset, and you're gonna create those nerves for yourself depending on what you're expecting from yourself. And then I just kept telling myself, like, you're just competing with yourself, like, it's fine, you're just here to see how good you can do. And by the way, guys, that is the main point of all of this. It's to see your own skills, your own progression. Like, I don't really even know if you're supposed to be competing with the other people. That's how it felt to me, but technically they say that this is an experience that allows you to measure your own progress. But I've always been super athletic, and I don't care how in shape I would have been, I think I would have died either way, because I don't like those types of things. So this video is not what you guys wanted it to be. I already know it. Are there burpees on the floor? I believe so. I'm like, yes, there's burpees on the floor. Yep, yep, burpees. And yep, we all know what burpees do to us. We're gonna lose our breath. Heart's gonna race. Does it cost extra? When I did it, it cost $25 to join. It may vary studio to studio, but for me, it was a $25 fee. Push-ups are so hard for me. Any advice? Your girl loves push-ups, but push-ups are very hard. So I'm pretty sure you're allowed to drop to your knees for them. So in my opinion, if you're allowed to do the push-ups on your knees and you're already like not some great push-upper, just start on your knees and just bang them out that way. But you know, once again, if you're measuring your own progress, things like that, and you want to see how many regular push-ups you can do. I started off with regular push-ups, and I wish I didn't because arms were getting shot, you know what I mean? Tips for the 5K and how to pace yourself. I just started at my push pace and started increasing and forcing myself to increase it. Like, I increased it fairly fast, like every minute in the beginning. I would like add a 0.1 on. And then I saw what everybody else was doing, and I was like, all right, screw it. And I just like hit it, and I just started going ham. And then, yeah, maybe you should pace yourself. I think that's where I may have gone a little bit wrong there. Don't be like me. Also, guys, I'm skipping over some of these questions because they're pretty much like the same questions that I like already answered, maybe just worded a little bit differently. Most of you guys are asking me like what I eat, how I prepare, like things like that. So I've already said that. What time did you go to bed and how early did you wake up? I went to bed around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, like laid down in bed, rested up, and then I woke up when my body woke up. Depends on when your dry try is. Mine was in the afternoon, and I know myself and trust myself to not naturally sleep past like 8:30 in the morning or 9 o'clock. Let your body get some natural rest, but set an alarm if you know natural rest for you means that you're gonna like sleep till 1 p.m. Like definitely set an alarm and get up by like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Make sure you're up 2-3 hours before this dry try and you're moving around a little bit. For anyone that's asking questions about the sprint, I know nothing about the sprint other than I'm pretty sure it's half of everything that you do. I would do the sprint. That sounds easy to me. So easy. If you're doing the sprint, you should not be worried, in my opinion. 1,000-meter row, 150 body weight reps, and whatever half of 5K is, come on, that is easy. That is like an Orangetheory class, literally. I'm brand new, 4th class new, out of shape. Should I try to wait till next time? Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Don't even put yourself through that. How will you train the week of the dry try? So I'd probably go to Orangetheory class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rest on Thursday and Friday from Orangetheory, but I would try to do some sort of cardio to get my heart rate up on Thursday and Friday. But also, guys, you gotta listen to your body. If your body is aching, sore, rest up, stretch, recovery, roll out. Rolling out does wonders. I wish I would have rolled out a little bit more before I did it. Oh, goodness. How not to die? Well, I was seeing the light, so I don't know. That's really, it's inevitable. You're gonna die. It's ridiculous. You know what the thing is, why I keep saying it's ridiculous? It's ridiculous because everybody's going balls to the wall as fast as they can. And you're gonna get caught up in that. How are you gonna take your merry little time when everybody is just moving on to the next station? You're not. So that, I think, is the hardest part of all of this, is that it's not that hard to do everything that you need to do, but it's the pace that everybody is going is like unreal. But once again, it matters like who is actually in your specific wave of people. Not gonna lie, kind of nervous doing it at a gym. I don't know anyone. I feel like you should be less nervous because you don't know anyone, so what does it matter? You know what I mean? Use that to your advantage. Honestly, I'm terrified. It's my first time. I'm doing the sprint and I'm not at all a runner. Don't be terrified, because I just don't want you to be terrified. Mainly because you need to remind yourself that there's more to life than this Orangetheory Fitness Dri Tri, and you're gonna live. That's a fact, possibly. But don't be terrified, because the staff, they really bust their butt to be super nice that day, and they cheer you on, and they're like really inclusive. Everybody was great that day. So I wouldn't be worried. The staff is gonna help you get through it. Should I do the dry try while I'm sick, like with a cold or a cough? I wouldn't do that. I would sit this one out and wait till you're not sick. How much time do you need to recover before the dry try? Is one day sufficient? Like I said a little bit earlier, I think it all depends on your body and how you're feeling that week. If you're sore and tired, going to Orangetheory isn't gonna like make that any better. Do you get what I'm saying? So take a break if you're tired. Like, rest up, people. You're going to war. What types of shoes do you wear? I wear Asics. You definitely wanna get like a good pair of shoes, like not specifically for the dry try, but in general, you guys, I would recommend wearing like Brooks, Asics, taking the time to just go to a running store once and getting evaluated by somebody there that can look at your ankles and your feet when you walk. They're gonna give you a recommendation of the style of shoe that you get. Once I did that, I went from getting shin splints constantly to not having shin splints anymore, because I didn't even know that my one right leg pronates in. Who would've known? How challenging is this compared to Everest? If you guys know what Everest is, that is when you basically, that's also a very tough workout. But I would say that this is harder than Everest. Everest is when you basically like run all the way up to incline and then like all the way down. So it's like a different level of hardness. I have the relay on Friday and full on Sunday. Tips for the rest day. Don't do anything. Will I throw up? Potentially. I really thought I was going to. My stomach was like in knots. I'll save that for the end when I tell you guys my experience. Do coaches count the reps one-on-one? You better believe it. Where I went, they did. And as they should. I mean, we don't want no cheaters up in here. Everybody's dying. Do the reps. All right, guys, that's all the questions that you guys pretty much sent me. Gonna wrap it up by telling you guys my experience with the dry try. Well, let me start off by telling you guys I was on my way there and I hit a ton of traffic. There was road work, unexpected road work, okay? So I was actually late, freaking out that they were gonna start without me because it was my first time ever doing it. So that obviously stressed me out right away in the beginning, because I'm never late for anything, and then here I am, late for the freaking dry try. Like, are you kidding me? I had a ton of people there, which I seriously low-key regret, because I feel like it made it so much more stressful for me and put a lot more pressure on me than I wanted. You show up and you want to do your best, and you want your best to be your best, so you're going hard. And I was going so hard that the entire time I was dying. Like, I couldn't breathe. I was dripping in sweat. My stomach was in knots. I couldn't eat for 4 hours after. I did go and get a burrito after, though, my favorite Mexican restaurant, but I could barely eat it. It's very strenuous what you do. That's insane, in my opinion. But I also never do this kind of stuff. I don't do triathlons, runs. I don't enjoy that stuff, so I don't do it. And it's like, I don't want to feel guilty that I don't love the dry try, because I think I've said it 87 times. I don't enjoy those things. I have friends that live for races. They love it. They do races constantly. They love it. They just love it. I think it takes a certain type of person to enjoy that kind of stuff. So you need to know yourself and like what you enjoy, things of that nature. It was fun because the people that were at the Dri Tri, two of the guys that were there, Coach Brian and Cedric, they mean a lot to me because, I mean, they were literally like the first people in my whole Orangetheory Fitness life. Like Cedric, he's a studio manager for like 30 million Orangetheories, and he hired me and everything. So I think it was really meaningful for me that they were there, and that definitely made it super fun and exciting because, you know, I feel like they've seen me and watched me grow from like a little college delinquent to an adult. So that was really exciting and fun for me. And I did enjoy afterwards, like, it was nice to just feel super accomplished and everybody's really nice, but I felt sick. And it's like, I just didn't see the purpose in doing it because, like, I enjoy working out and I do it for fun, and I think Orangetheory is like really, really fun. And I like being fit and this and that, but I base my progress kind of off of physical appearance and how I look, not based off of capability, because it doesn't matter to me because I don't know when I'm gonna need to be doing 2,000 meter rows and running, and I just don't see the purpose in it. And I think that's why, like, I'm not so gung-ho about the Dri Tri. It's fun. It's a fun experience. I think everybody should do it at least once in their Orangetheory Fitness career so you know what it is and you, like, are a part of the whole situation. It's a fun day. They put on a show. Like, no, they put on a whole thing. I mean, it's awesome. It's fun, but what it boils down to for the millionth gajillionth time is who you are as a person. Do you enjoy competitive things? Do you sign up for triathlons in general? Do you do 5Ks? Do you like those kinds of things? If you like those things, then this is for you. I feel like this video kind of like isn't what everybody wants it to be, but it is what it is coming from me. I'm not trying to say anything negative about the Dri Tri because I think it's awesome. It's a fun day, and it is cool to have, you know, little measurable things in your life, and maybe as I get older, I'll find more of a value in those types of things. But right now, there was no purpose. I was dying. Like, oh my gosh, I was so sore after. I felt like crap after. I didn't enjoy that. I mean, it was definitely a cool feeling to do it, but I'm like, I'm never gonna do that again because why did I just do that? Like, what am I trying to prove? I have nothing to prove to myself, so what was I doing that for? Do you know what I mean? So, guys, I don't want you to be scared. It's just, you know my motto, guys. There ain't nothing to it but just to do it. It's 2,000 meter row, 300 body weight reps on the floor, and a 5K. If that sounds of interest to you, then get on it. Get on it, people, and you'll love it. I'll definitely do it again, and I think I'll do a whole series of myself like preparing for it, and, like really getting ready for it, and like vlog the whole thing, which will probably just be me dying again. If anything, I'll die even more because I'm older now than when I did it. I was a young buck. Young buck full of energy. No, I still got the energy. Y'all know that. But guys, don't be nervous, even though I probably just scared the crap out of you with this entire video that was pretty kind of negative. Sorry, but I'm being completely honest with you guys. This is my view, my opinion of the Dri Tri, and I just felt so sick and I felt like crap afterwards. So I didn't like how I felt, and the sense of accomplishment didn't outweigh the pain and suffering that I was feeling. So it's definitely something that like I said, I think everyone should do just so you can know what it's like. But if you're not somebody who enjoys those types of things, then like, why do it? You don't have to do the Dri Tri. It's just an event, you know what I mean? And some people love that stuff. They really do. And I think it's great that they tap into those people that love that competitive side, because there are a lot of Orangetheory people that I know that do Orangetheory because they love competing and they love doing these runs and races and triathlons and this and that, and they love it, so it's like right up their alley. But don't feel like you have to do it, and you know, if you just want to go, try, show up, do it, do your thing, like, you know what I mean? But there you have it, guys. That's what I have to say about the Orangetheory Fitness Dri Tri. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. maybe found a little bit helpful, maybe a little bit comical. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another Fitty Freckles video again. Follow me on Instagram and I will see you in my next video.